Welcome back to Road 96. I just finished my first run through the road trip. I got to the border and I escaped, though it was pretty harrowing at the time. Now, so now that run apparently is being called Episode 1, Far From Home. Now I'm going to start Episode 2, which I guess is going to be called No Way Home? Homecoming? I don't know. These are all Spider-Man titles, including the update that we just released, so, I'm not going to criticize. So my assumption is that we're going to play through maybe the same route, maybe a similar route, but along the way I think we'll meet some of the same characters, but maybe under different circumstances, different stages in their journey? I'm not sure. I am betting that at least this early, I'm probably not going to see any repetition of the same scenarios, but let's see how it goes.
Hello, Sonia Sanchez here. Welcome to The Sonia Show. In today's top story, a police officer used a public bus to transfer a prisoner. Little did she know, the bus was full of hardened brigades, putting her life, as well as the prisoners, in danger. Thankfully, the officer managed to escape. Though shaken, she is recovering and will soon be back out on the road. The brigades. Now they're starting to take over our public transportation. That's why we need 10 more years of Tyrak, to make sure this doesn't happen. Security at the border has been elevated after a teen was caught trying to cross hidden in the back of a commercial truck.
What?
The teen, as well as the truck driver, have been arrested.
I was caught?
Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. Surprisingly, it does appear Flores has some supporters, probably members of the brigades. As you know, the Sonia Show is very concerned about our youth who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's Missing Teen Report. Remember, if you have any information, please call the Sonia hotline.
Okay, so I'm going to be choosing a different teen to play as. So I'm going to be one of these missing teens. I'm really
count on your support.
Oh, shush, Sonia. I'm really surprised. She said that a teen got caught in the back of the truck. I was convinced that I escaped. And so somebody in the chat...
The hotline is available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Let's bring these teens back home.
Greeting Scar suggests that maybe it was a different teen, but I don't know. I'm really not sure.
The hotline is available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Let's bring these teens back home.
So this one looks hard. So I think maybe I'll choose this one? Walking along the road with no money?
The hotline is available 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Or maybe this one.
Let's bring these teens back home.
Let's go 7 days, $12. Might be easier to get through.
And that has been the Sonia Show.
All right. It is a different route. Okay, I'm starting in a different place. I think this is a place I've never been. Oh, there is a phone I could maybe use. No, wait. Why did I think this was a phone? This is a poster. It looked like a phone to my brain. Shush. Huh. Okay, so who am I now? I think, let's decide, let's see if we could be a brigade sympathizer. So I'm not going to be the person who's encouraging everyone to vote. I'm going to be a direct action enthusiast. So I've got to pick lock as any character now. So once I got the lockpick from Stan and Mitch, I've just always got a lockpick. So let's keep that in mind. Kind of the perfect opportunity for me to decide that I'm a little bit of a scofflaw. Oh, who's this guy?
Uh-uh. Chuck's isn't open right now. Renovation.
Oh, okay. I hear music inside.
Music? No, you don't.
Okay, so I don't have a light bulb. Whatever the light bulb represents, I don't have it, so I can't use it to say I need to use the bathroom. Have you met my little friends, these dollars? Can you get me takeout?
I'm a bouncer, not a takeaway service.
Kid, let the kid in.
Oh.
He's harmless.
Whatever you say, Chuck. Go ahead, kid.
All right.
I win! Hand over those bills, Robert.
Well, I'm out. Anyone else want a shot at this guy?
Not me. Papa Bear's man to air hockey accusation.
Papa Bear.
Weaklings, all of you. But what about you, kid?
Papa Bear had something for me. There was the thing I could unlock with this guy.
We've got ourselves a contender.
This air hockey? Hello. I'm not good at air hockey.
First to 3 points wins. Let's do this.
All right. We're moving the pucks with our minds. Nice.
The kid's got your number. Nah, you just got lucky. Let's see what you got, young wolf.
I love how much of this. Oh crap! Like I said, I'm bad at air hockey. How much of this really is like games, right? I mean, this is, you know, to a great degree, it is inspired a lot by, you know, dialogue.
You're not on the Olympic squad, are you?
You're making my day, kid.
You know, dialogue and inventory-based adventure games. This has got a lot in common with those, and that's kind of what I expected it to be. I didn't expect there to be so many actual games.
The kid's a winner. I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. But you beat me, young blood. Fair and square.
He just flipped me off. Got some cash though. That's cool.
Come on, drinks all round. I'm paying.
Sure you're not on the Olympic squad?
You keep asking me that.
John was an excellent goalkeeper in his younger years, but came up short of making the national team. Guess it still bothers him.
There are a lot of things that bother me, Robert.
Am I in the middle of something?
No, you're not. It's just that John's still living in the past. Chuck, serve this boy a martyr.
Here we go.
You sure about that, Robert?
Our friend here is practically an adult, aren't you?
Yep, sure am. Okay, so I am Fenwagast. Has there been an anime around air hockey yet? If not, there needs to be. My daughter would absolutely go nuts for something like that. I hope that exists. Glurp. That's the sound drinking makes. Let's see here. Oh, so he had some way of giving me high energy. I remember that from the unlocking screen, or like the opening screen. Let's ask him about this.
Why do you ask?
I want to help other teens cross. Okay, so these are like 3 attitudes. This is fighting back, this is voting, this is escaping. I don't know which one he's going to be into. He seems like a, maybe a fist type guy.
Right on, right on. You and me are alike then.
Yes!
Well, you gotta eat, drink, and get your rest, kid. Can't stop the basics just because you're on an adventure. You know what I mean?
Is that it? Wait, who are you?
My name is Robert, kid. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
You know, I do believe there's a reason you're here today.
Maybe you should push on, young bud. It's getting late.
Oh, hi. I am getting a little drunk.
Oh, young blood. You okay? You look a little funny. What did you put in that drink? The lager? Everything.
Oh. Well, at least they're not intentionally, like, knocking me out.
Wake up. Wake up.
Ah! I don't want to. No. Okay. Martyrs are good.
Haha, I see. Come on. I want to show you something. Something big.
Oh, I am Fenwick wonders if I had drunk the drink in Sonya's car, if something similar would have happened. Oh, hello. I wonder if I
Welcome
could
to the
have.
Brigade's secret hideout.
Whoa! I wonder if I could have discovered that on my own. If I had snuck in here. I don't want to take their money. Yes, I do. Ooh, a door key. Cool. So I could. What can I interact with here? Move book. Oh, what's this?
John and I were at the border in '86. The Brigades have been around for many years.
That take care message. That was actually, I saw that in the security outpost. It's a security station at that taxi place. Okay, brigade transmitter.
The transmitter is one of our biggest achievements. The police are looking for it, but they'll never get their hands on it.
So what's behind the door?
Come on, I'll show you.
What's the kid doing here, Robert?
The kid's political. Besides, aren't we on the lookout for fresh blood?
I won't say anything.
See? He's not gonna say a word. I'll start the meeting. Look, it's now or never to elevate our game. I have a plan to rig a Tyrak billboard. We'll attract cops to it by broadcasting a fake signal. When they arrive, boom, we trigger the device.
That's a little much.
This isn't a huge move, but it's a good start and will send a strong message. Do I have any volunteers?
I'm not sure. Okay, I wanted to be a sympathizer, but you know what? Now let's see what this is.
That's great, kid. But I think we'll go with hardened brigades here.
Okay,
I'll
deal.
do it, Robert. This isn't who we are.
They're sending teens to the work camp, John. Protests aren't cutting it. And Flores sure as hell won't cut it either.
Robert's right. We need to attack. Now.
Alex, our little genius, will help us rig the device. If all goes well,
Alex.
he can build us something bigger and badder for Election Day.
The kid's out, Robert. He doesn't want to be involved in this. For Christ's sakes, his mom's a cop.
We don't need Alex. We can find somebody else to do this.
I'm telling you all, violence will do more harm than good.
Funny, don't you think, kid?
Sorry?
Funny because John and his girlfriend were the ones who drove the truck to kill Tyrak in '86.
I've changed, Robert.
Yes, you have. Look, we should vote and settle this right now. Who thinks the brigades need to be more aggressive?
I don't.
I do.
I do.
I refrain.
I don't.
I don't.
I do.
Free against free.
Let's ask the kid. He's here after all.
Okay, so
That's why you brought him in. To vote on your side. Incredible.
Kid, what do you think?
oh man. Okay, I wanted to lean a little harder in this direction, not this hard. I don't think I'm willing to go that far. I think I'm to back away.
You blew it, kid. I thought you had the makings of a real brigade.
Guys, picked it up on the scanner. The police on their way.
We all know what we need to do. Get in our cars and leave calmly. Kid, no need to worry. They'll never suspect you.
Hey kid, wanna play? We can put down some money if you want.
Okay. So she's involved, but I guess I don't think she's gonna.
What can I
Blend
do
either.
for you, kid?
Curious. Am I allowed back here now? Oh, it's just the bathroom. Huh. You got a whole bathroom over here. Oh, open. Oh, what's this? Ooh. Yes! Nice. It's the only thing I can get. Wait a minute. That's not... No, that's not Alex's backpack. Okay. They mentioned Alex, though, so Alex left because they were getting too violent. Could order something. Oh, hello, police. Do I think I can... She might be better than Papa Bear. Let's just try $10.
Let's play.
If she's better than Papa Bear, I'm in trouble. But if this is the same AI, then I might have a shot. Ah! Let's try again. Okay, okay. I am capable of winning. Cool. I mean... Okay, I was going to say, an AI could be perfect at this game, and so I wasn't sure whether to suspect that this was going to be winnable or not. There we go.
You win fair and square. Here's your money.
All right, that's good. Got a little bit more money.
Another game?
Okay, I can only win money with it once. All right, well, the cops are here. You know, maybe I should head out. Oh, wait. I can play what I want. Let's listen to what this is. Oh, this is familiar. I think this might be like their main theme. Okay, I like this one. I'm definitely buying this soundtrack, by the way, assuming it's available somewhere. Oh, some food. Delicious. All right. Well, what am I missing anything here? I don't want to miss any opportunities on my way out the door. Probably don't need to talk to these cops. Let's see if we can leave. Right now, I'm curious. This door that I could pick the lock of. Does it just lead to the same place? Oh, I've already got the key. Right, so I could have picked the lock and found what? What's here? Can't open this door. Oh. Pick lock. Open. A car key. Okay, I needed a car key at one point when I was trying to escape a place. Yeah, so I am Fenwick is suggesting that I could actually get everybody arrested by leading the cops there. Possibly. That's true. I think I've decided that I'm not a terrorist, but I'm also, like, I don't want to kill a bunch of cops. I am on board with the resistance, but not to that degree. I think that's the character I'm playing here. So now that I got some car keys, let's drive. Steal car. Property crime. Absolutely. Type Metal wants to know if this game is on Game Pass. Not to my knowledge. Excuse me. I bought it on Steam. Praying for time. Okay, I'm driving. What's this? Some money? I don't need a drink right now. Open this up. Got a snack. I didn't mean to eat the snack. I meant to keep the snack. Petria Motors. Keep your car smelling fresh. Yes! The Mountain Peak. How are we doing? Okay amount of gas. A strong nation needs strong cars. So we got a fascist car. Cool. Yeah, let's put this back in.
And as a
Oh,
reminder,
there we go.
never stop to pick up hitchhikers, young or old. They could be dangerous. And that's today's Sonia Show. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm like a dog sticking my head out the window. Keep driving? I mean, is there something else I can do? I think maybe not. I'm assuming I can't lose a tape by leaving it somewhere and then continuing. I wonder if I could just... Whoa. Yeah, notice how things are sort of growing in the background? I think it's because they're just sort of like cycling through a path here. I don't think I'm driving through an enormous level. I think that they're moving the level under my feet, and I'm not moving at all. But yeah, let's keep driving. So this is kind of like walking along that path in the mountains, right? It's like I'm not meeting a character. I'm just getting through a sequence on my own. Yeah, Cara, this is a new game. At least I haven't seen it before. Yeah, it was released, I think, just a week or so ago. Hey. I've met Jared. You should be careful. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, so... where can I drop you?
All my cigarettes are wet.
Oh, sorry to hear that. You're not the guy who's after Sonya, are you? Cat got your tongue?
Two guys are after me.
Uh-oh.
They've been following me up and down these roads. Up and down. I'm starting to think they'll never quit.
Yeah, this is Sonya guy. Why are they doing that?
They want to put a stop to me. I can't let that happen.
This is creepy. Put a stop to you?
That's why I'm out here in the rain and not in my cab.
Yeah.
They're close. They're too close.
So the tank wants to know if I've ever played Papers, Please. Yes, I have. I played Papers, Please. I've also played Not Tonight, which has got a similar vibe. Those are some very interesting, cool games. Very good, doing a very good job of like putting you in the role of somebody who lives in an oppressive society, but like, what am I trying to say? There's a lot of games that cast you as somebody who lives in an oppressive society, and it's to cast you as like, I'm the rebel, I'm gonna fight back. And those games are more about putting you in the role of a normal person who has to make difficult decisions about, you know, supporting a dystopian society in order to get by in the society. And it's like a heart-wrenching type experience. They're definitely worth checking out. I think I did a stream of Not Tonight at one point, so you can check that out if you want to. I don't think I ever did Papers, Please. I might have. It's been so long now, I don't know. Are you in danger?
I think they're fans of hers. Twisted. Hey, something's wrong with your doors.
What do you mean? Stop that. Stop it! Stop it! Why are you a psycho? Please stop?
Stop what? I wasn't doing anything.
Alright, cool. Let's, is there anything, do I have any other options besides... Dang it! Fine, let's drop him off. Get out. Sorry, but you need to get out.
I'm not going to do that. Do you know why?
I asked you to get out?
That's why.
Just take it easy.
You picked the wrong guy to pick up. You know that. Now drive.
Okay, sure. I hope I've got a way out of
really
this.
Bad day, and could use some cheering up. So that's what you're gonna do. Cheer me up.
What do you want?
I just want to have a little chat. So go on. Chat.
Okay, know anything about karma? Any thoughts on the cops?
You don't want to get tired on the road. That's when the cops I mean, find you. So I smoke. I smoke a lot.
Huh. So if I say I'm pro-Rev, that means I'm anti-Sonya. He might like me for that.
You're already starting to bore me. Guess it's my turn to ask the questions. I'll tell you something else. I've been thinking about killing you. So better give me the right answers. Tell me, do you listen to the news often?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, crap.
Kid like you.
Crap. Sonya's the news.
Tell me something
What am I
else,
thinking?
And this is important. What do you think about Sonya Sanchez?
Not liking her or not knowing her. Let's say I can't stand her.
That's how I feel. You're not just saying that, are you?
No, I mean it.
Good. Sonya did something bad. Real bad.
I'm sorry, what did she do?
I don't want your sympathy.
What do you want?
No. All I want is revenge.
Revenge against Sonya?
Who else? Have you been listening to a word I've said?
Of course.
Because of Sonya, my sweet daughter is dead.
Ooh.
She'll pay for that. She'll pay dearly.
What did Sonya do exactly?
She didn't move a finger to save her under those ruts. Not one. Nor did those brigades. They'll pay too.
Oh.
Stop the car.
That's why he didn't like me saying I was pro-Rev.
I've decided what I'm gonna do to you. I'm going to let you live.
Okay, so I got some cleverness. So that's going to unlock some options, like needing to go to the bathroom when I'm trying to get into a bar.
But you're going to give me your car.
Of course. Sure, yeah. Not mine anyway.
I can drop you off somewhere if you'd like. It is raining.
Sure you won't kill me?
I'm sure, but don't ask me again.
Sure, let's go. I'm gonna need my stamina, and I believe him. We got pretty close. Wow, we're moving faster than last time. I've met everyone now, so that means I should expect to start running into the same characters again. I think. Biggies. Dingus Chief is like, I need some clean pants too. Oh, hey.
Get your tapes and snacks here. Tapes and snacks.
Tapes and snacks. Sure. Let's get a tape. Robert Parker. Alex the Hacker. You trying to cross?
I am. That's why I'm selling this stuff. Well, it's expensive to be a runaway teen.
Sure. Hey, I'll buy some food. Good luck to you. What else we got going on back here? I feel like I'm picking up tapes at a pretty decent clip. Like, I was worried that it was going to be really, really hard for me to find any of them, but I feel pretty rewarded for just sort of the minimal amount of looking around that I'm capable of here. I'm sure I've missed at least one thing that I could have gotten, but I don't know, it feels like they're handling it pretty fairly. Before I go inside, I want to look around. Oh, there's another car I could potentially steal. But not yet. Wait, is that the same exact car? Is Jared here? This place doesn't even have a door?
What can I do for you, kid?
Got any road advice?
Yeah, see an RC? Run. Got it?
What's an RC?
A cop working road control. You didn't know that? Man, you don't stand a chance.
Shut up. Let's try Alex the Hacker. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, it's Alex! Pwong! I love Pwong.
Me too. But only one of us can win, dog. The other must be sacrificed to the gods of Pong.
Do battle we shall. All right.
First to 3 wins.
Okay. Oh.
Isn't it the most
I gotta
beautiful
use
thing you've ever
use
seen?
WASD instead of the mouse. Air hockey was the mouse. Oh no!
That's what I do to fools.
Oh, Alex, you're too good. I like that idea that I could beat these guys at a bar at air hockey, but I can't beat Alex.
Tell you, son.
Ugh. At least this didn't cost me money, because I think Alex rigged it from the back to be free. Yeah, I think this AI is actually doing it perfectly. Like, I think that oh no, never mind.
Against me?
I'm
Oh,
just
hell
bad.
no.
I'm just bad when I lose this.
Okay. Homie sees how it is.
The way Alex talks is just ridiculous. Kind of like Tiny Tina, only a little bit lamer. Oh. Pwong! 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 I've Pwong!
No one's ever beaten me. I'm gonna need a minute to process this.
I don't think I need the drink.
Defeat's hard to swallow. Luckily, burgers aren't. I make games, by the way. Me and a chill kid who gave me a ride made Furious Tanks. Maybe you've heard of it?
Rings a bell?
I've even sold some to this diner, but they screw me out of my rightful cut.
Take revenge.
Yeah, they'll get theirs. Don't worry.
So... Oh, so Scott Landon brought up an issue about State of Decay 2. It says, I've recruited someone from a community, but his missions for his enclave, they're showing up for some reason. I'm not sure if you saw this. No, so you say you recruited someone from an enclave, but the enclave still was cast in a mission, and it was acting like the person was in the enclave still? Is that what you're saying? That sounds... We've been having some weird enclave problems lately. Like, just every day I feel like I hear about a weird thing an enclave did. I don't know what's going on with State of Decay 2. But Type Metal had an enclave that disbanded, then they reappeared. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to be able to really address the issues in this context, but I mean, if you send stuff to support.stateofdecay.com, I know that Joe will get it on the books for us. Oh yeah, so there are some specific enclaves that have missions where you can recruit one of their members and the enclave still persists. If it was one of those specific missions, I can see that being true. But if it was just a standard enclave, I've got no idea what to tell you. Okay, so what's the best way to get around?
Depends on your fiscals. But word is, there's a psycho cabbie dude out there.
Yeah, I know. Maybe he's out to kill Tyrak.
Oh man, that'd be kinda nice. I just had an idea. Time to take what's mine. Come on.
Oh, we're gonna be lawbreakers. I love that I'm playing his theme song right now. Don Raven King, I think that's intentional. What are we doing? So I'm assuming I have not lost this tape. Are we gonna vandalize this?
The job's simple. There's a room in the back where they keep their cash. I should be able to hack in.
It's stealing, but it's not.
Exactly, Home Slice. Come on.
This kid's great. So I think that we're...
Yo! This digicode is from the age of the dinosaurs.
So, I thought that this soundtrack was playing because I put it on the jukebox. It turns out I think this is just the soundtrack of this part of the game. Know the code?
Nah, homie. But I got some tech to use on it.
Basically John Connor.
Scientist gonna study my brain. Boom! What'd I tell you? Oh man, door closed behind us. Gonna re-trigger the digilock.
You can open it again though, right?
Homie, by now you should know who you're dealing with. Now, let's look for the dough.
I mean, it's probably in the safe, right?
A lot of stuff in here. And it smells. Ugh, adults. Check the drawers. And the safe, too. Duh.
Okay, so this is a news article. The white truck which caused the collapse belonged to Connie Samford, a known member of a radical organization. So, is that what Papa Bear's name is? Or I know I've got a Connie soundtrack tape. That's a bunch of money. Okay, can pick this lock. Got a car key and a nation heals. 3 months after the cowardly attack, the nation is well on its way to recovery. Along with the fully restored wall, Tyrak is also increasing security at the border, vowing nothing like this will ever happen again in our country. Praise President Tyrak.
There's an article here on the attack.
Oh yeah. Reading's great, but now?
Bodies of certain brigades believed to be at the wall were never found. No way. My bio parents might still be alive.
Right.
Here, I gotta finish reading this article.
Okay, so I've got the hacking ability now. So I could hack this, except I did write down a code for a safe earlier. I don't even remember what the context was. But the code was 4166. Not for this safe, apparently. So let's try hacking instead. There we go. So apparently I learned to hack by necessity.
I hear someone coming.
Oh, hide.
Hide! Shh! Be hella quiet.
Hella quiet. What's he looking for?
Al, have you been in the back room lately? Looks different, like someone's been back here. Yeah, I'll check. Just give me a second.
No.
Bad news. It's empty.
Okay, I'll sit tight. Okay, bye.
No, 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 no!
Hey, who's in there?
Run!
Hold on, just whatever you took, give it back.
Let me out of here.
It's your lucky day, kid. Get out of here before I change my mind.
Oh, that was cool of him. Okay. Yeah. Before he changes his mind, let's go. Let's steal his car. Steal car. All right. Getting closer and closer. Yeah, I know. Alex just totally abandoned me. But we've made more progress with Alex's storyline. We can see we're at 34% now with Alex. The Wild Boys! This could be Stan and Mitch? Yes.
Get
Oh.
in, Mitch.
With pleasure.
Hey, guys.
You, drive.
I met your target.
Don't look at us.
Okay. Just gonna keep driving. Not gonna look at you. Look at your nice gun, though. It's pretty. Yep. Just gonna look this way.
Watch it.
Oh, if I, like, look away from the road, do I do a bad job of driving? I feel like I might need to look at you. Oh! What do you want?
Just do what we say, and you won't get hurt.
The gun's making me nervous.
Shut up and step on the gas.
Step on the gas.
Our moto not starting outside the laundromat after we rob it. Humiliating.
You think I don't know that, Stan? It's your fault, you know.
My fault? Oh, that's rich, Mitch.
Oh yeah, Kara. I did get the lockpicking skill from these guys. So where am I headed again?
You know what, Mitch? Maybe you should find another Robin partner.
Well, maybe I should. Like this kid.
Yeah, me. Okay.
Fine. Take the kid. He's clearly a criminal anyway.
Yep, that's me. What's happening?
Hold on. Before we end the best Robin duo ever, let's take a deep breath.
Yeah, we shouldn't rush into this. This is big.
Alright. Taking deep breaths is good. You make a nice couple.
I know. Let's put the radio on. It'll help us forget about the laundromat.
Good idea.
Turn on the radio.
A laundromat robbery happened about an hour ago.
Ah, jeez.
Witnesses say the two robbers, both dressed like they were into S&M role-playing, argued the entire time. Though the suspect only made off with $72 in quarters, they are said to be armed and very dangerous. If you see them, please call the police immediately.
We're laughing stocks.
And Sonia reporting it, no less. Oh, jeez.
You guys are great together.
Well, I guess that's it. Stan and Mitch are breaking up. Go on and partner up with the kid.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
What?
Wow.
Seriously, what is happening?
Only one thing left to do. To be sure this is the right move, and I'll give the kid Mitch's ultimate bank robin quiz.
What?
Yeah.
What is that? 4 questions by which Mitch evaluates your criminal mind. Get enough questions right, and you and Mitch become Robin partners. But don't, then Mitch and I have to... I don't want to spell it out.
Wait, spell it out! Spell it out! What is this?
Question number 1. Of the following, what is the best location to rob? The clock is ticking.
Petroleum bank, fast food joint, a laundromat. Fast food joint.
Yeah, that's right. Not much security. And there's food.
Though jealous, I will admit I am very impressed.
These guys seem small time.
Question number 2. When is the best time to rob?
After dark, early in the morning seems like the most sort of original one. I don't know if they get up early though. When it's foggy, after it's dark. After it's dark.
Wrong. That's when the sun goes on.
Crap.
That's strike 1.
There's only 4 questions though, right? So I just gotta get one more right.
Question 3. What is the best getaway vehicle?
A motorcycle, a helicopter. Motorcycle would be only one person, right? Helicopter? Super fast car? I mean, they usually get in a car. Helicopter seems ridiculous. Oh, the tank says they put... You're right, the tank. They did take off on a motorcycle in the other episode. You are right.
You would think.
No.
But no.
Tank!
Yeah, sometimes they break down in front of laundromats.
Crap. Crap.
Strike 2. This is your last chance.
Question 4. The final question. What is the best thing to do with your money at your hideout?
Hide in the walls. Bounce with it on the bed. I'm saying this. I don't care.
Is this your final answer?
Yup.
Yes, that is the best thing to do.
We need not explain why, for obvious reasons.
What?
Wow, the kid passed.
No, I've never even passed it. And it's my quiz.
So I guess you and the kid are gonna partner up now, eh?
Stan, hold on.
Yes, Mitch?
Though the kid and I's robbing compatibility is through the roof.
No doubt.
I cannot imagine robbing with anyone but you.
Nor I, Mitch. Nor I.
That was beautiful.
Remember when we snuck inside that cab company?
I remember
Poor
that.
Kid, I wish we could go back in time and do it all over.
Well, he had my lucky lockpick on him. I'm sure he's fine.
It was
Come
a
on,
girl.
let's keep the car. And ditch the kid.
Hey, I was a girl.
Sounds good to me, Mitch.
I wanted to rob.
You hear something, Mitch?
I did not, Stan.
Okay. What the heck? These guys. Okay. So yeah, Scott Lannon. The issue with somebody being on top of a roof. I did get one bug about that, and I sent it on. I wrote the bug up. I don't know if you're talking about the same roof that somebody pointed out to me. I think it was on Twitter. But yeah, sorry you're running into bugs. Big giant maps with a lot of random missions on them are very complicated and hard to get perfect, and so I'm sorry you're running into so many problems. Speaking of big complicated games, let's continue. The medical tent? Oh, sheesh. Yes! It's Zoe!
I've lost sight of right and wrong. When you left an open door, I couldn't help but explore. So I took off with no plan.
What?
Thinking I could find a friend. Saying hi and shaking hands. I hope this moment never ends. It feels so good out on the road and on my own. Waking up, no strings attached, no looking back from ocean waves to desert skies.
Given all the hostility, it's normal the police would get violent.
Wait, you're saying the police are justified in using violence?
Hey, that's me.
I'm glad you're here. Now I'm not the only one subjected to this.
That bad, huh?
People are looting, Jeff. What good will come of that?
Looting is reasonable when the system is so broken.
Do you think they always talk like this?
It's their foreplay?
Gross, dude.
Sorry.
Well, I guess I can't have this conversation with you, can I?
So, you're one of us, aren't you?
Trying to cross? Yeah.
I knew you were a crosser. Like me. I can smell it on you. Literally.
Let's talk about something else then.
Think they know what we're really up to?
I think so.
Yeah, they seem kind of with it for adults. So, I got an idea.
Yeah?
Let's play this game I found and listen to some music. Here, take my Walkman. Wait, have you played before? I like to know my opponent's strength before crushing them.
I'm just playing games with people. Let's see here. I lost my grandma once.
But then this is gonna hurt. Sorry.
I actually do suck at this game.
First to get 4 checkers in a row wins.
Wait, I can look under the seat? Okay. What's she trying to do there? She can't get 4 in a row that way. Ah, she blocked me. Oh, wait. No, I can't. I can't do that. Let's see. If she puts... Yeah, she blocked me. Okay, so she put this. So I'm going to block her here. And then she didn't block me here. Nice. What the? What was that?
Well,
what?
I
What?
suppose it was time
Ah!
to finally lose at something.
Ah!
Do you
Ah!
like the music?
Ah!
It's hurting my feelings.
Ah! Ah! What's going on? This is a fascinating bug. All right, nothing. Has it fixed the bug? Oh, okay, okay. Whew, that was weird. Yeah, it did look a little bit like a sensor blur. You're right. Like what? Are we playing Strip Connect 4? Like, what's going on? Wait. I don't remember. What did she ask me? What did she ask me? I was distracted by the bug. I'm gonna listen to the music while somebody tells me what she asks. What she asked. Oh, is the music good? Yes.
I've got all kinds of tapes. Here, so you remember me.
New tape. Nice. The Toxic Avenger, Road 96. Could drink that. I don't think I need it, though. So... why do you want to cross?
To start a new life. No, to have a life. My dad thinks I'm lucky to have a big house and go to a prep school, but I'm not. Believe me.
Think stuff with your dad?
Yeah, you could say that. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? Maybe I shouldn't, but I feel like I can trust you. My father is the Minister of Oil.
Ooh. What? No way.
Keep it down.
Did you kids say something?
Just that you have a great van?
Secret safe.
Thanks. I feel better now that I've told someone. I wanted to tell this one kid, but we got kicked out of our campground before I could. Can you go back to thinking of me like you did before?
How did I think about you?
As this exquisite being you're lucky to share oxygen with?
I can definitely try.
Thanks.
Hey, kids.
Oh!
Good luck.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
I was wondering, would you say you're political?
No, not really.
What about you?
I am, yes.
I thought so. I mean, isn't that why you're leaving the country? And don't deny that you are.
What do you mean?
You're leaving because you think the country has problems.
That's an understatement.
For real, Jeff.
Anyway, because you are leaving, you two are political, at least according to me.
Ugh, the shame.
Well, cool, I guess.
So since you are
Jeff!
almost done, what are you gonna do to change this place?
Protest as much as we can.
Yes, it could bring about change, but it requires so much sacrifice. What's certain is, it's the youth who are gonna make change happen. If it happens at all.
Finally, we agree on something.
We will change the country.
Happy to hear you say that.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, road control.
You go over the speed limit?
No! I mean, I don't think so.
Oh, they're right there. Are they pulling us over or somebody else? Us.
Everyone stay calm.
Kids, let us do the talking.
Of course.
Road control, ma'am. License and registration.
Happy to help however we can, sir.
Sir? He's nothing but a road control zombie.
Shush. Well, yeah, for real.
Those your kids?
No, sir. Just giving them a ride.
I see.
Everything all right, sir?
Are you all right, son? You seem a little nervous.
I'm fine.
Say, you look like one of the kids on the missing posters.
I don't have papers. I get that a lot.
I bet. Well, just to be sure, I'll need to see your papers.
I don't have papers!
What if we were to make a donation to road control, sir?
A donation?
Yeah, we could do that.
Well, for a donation, I suppose I
this
could look
bastard.
the other way.
Thank you, officer.
Wait, you're not really gonna pay this guy, are you?
Just trying to help.
It's people like you that are ruining this country.
Excuse me?
Quiet.
I'd like to live. I'm not gonna be able to beat a cop at this.
Oh, come on! This turd in a uniform isn't gonna do anything.
That's it. You're coming with me.
What have you done, Zoe?
No.
Don't touch me,
What do we
pig.
do?
I don't know. I don't know.
I wonder if I could have saved her.
Stay in the car, boy.
Do what he says.
Oh my gosh. I mean, she's gonna be fine. Her dad is the minister of whatever. But I'm an impulsive brat.
I warned you, didn't I?
Uh-oh.
Lucky it's not you I'm interested in.
That's creepy. I might have been ineffectual no matter what I did. I have Fenwick says, did you just fall on your ass the second you left the van? Yeah, pretty much. Okay, we're getting real close. I've seen more than half of Zoe's story now. Alright, not in the best shape right now. Is this the same route I took before? Is this the same lake? Might be. There's the chair, only this time... No, this time I'm on the other side of the waterfall. Oh, interesting. I tried to get over here before and I couldn't. Revolt. If you repeat a lie often enough, it becomes politics. I get to leave a little mark here every time I come by. Add a stone. Nice. Or did I just lose some stamina? Let's totally rest. Okay, I've got just enough stamina now to maybe cross the peak. If I have some food, I can probably make it. I'm not going to get in a truck again, because even though it felt like, again, when I went through the truck ending, I really felt like I made it, but then it reported it like I'd been caught. I like that they have everyone converge on the same location and leave permanent interactions there. All right, here we go. Note that Alex and Zoe are the ones that I'm furthest along with, and they're also the first two that I met. I wonder if they're intentionally going to resolve before the others. Cog says maybe Zoe didn't really want to leave. Maybe she actually wanted to put herself in a position where she'd be dragged back home. I don't know. Seems like she's an impulsive person who makes questionable decisions. Like playing the trombone at a campsite late at night. Was this the kid I met before?
Snacks and drinks? Can I help
wanted
you
to
at all?
cross, but I don't have enough money for a coyote. Maybe I'll just go home soon anyway.
Ooh, $25. Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, thanks. I can't thank you enough. Oh, good luck with everything.
I'm glad I was able to help. Have you seen protesters?
Of course, I've seen them out on the road. Seen a few here too. But the real protest here will go down on election day.
Alright, well I'm definitely gonna get some food. I don't think I need the drink, so let's get another fortune from the fortune pig. Thank you and good luck. Oink. Great. You know how I can cross?
Kid, you gotta show more discretion. There are guards here who'd like nothing more than to arrest us.
Sorry.
Can we trust you?
Of course.
Okay. There are rumors of old tunnels that lead to the other side. They're said to be off the path to my left. I hope you're not claustrophobic. I hope you find your freedom, kid. We'll be rooting for you.
Tunnels, huh? Well, last time I didn't follow his advice, and apparently I got stuck. I feel like I should have what it takes to get over that peak. I've got at least 4 stamina, but it could also ask for more stamina later. So let's follow his advice and see what it looks like it's going to cost me. The tank points out that I'm probably going to get caught. Wait, who's this guy? At some point, I'll probably end up locked up with Zoe. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm nervous about you, sir.
Whoa, hold up there, kid.
I just want to pass.
Not unless I let you. Maybe I won't. And why should I? Give me a good reason.
I'm not a cop, okay?
How do I know? The enemy is getting smarter all the time. Fine, you can go. But I don't like your attitude.
I'm not sure what's going on with that, but, yeah, I'll keep going. They come up with a lot of just different inventive things to include in this world. Some of it I don't fully understand. Oh, what's this? I'm looking across.
Maybe I can help with that. The important word being maybe.
Okay. I don't have any of these things. So, maybe this is not a route I'll be able to take. You trying to cross too?
Yes, but I don't have enough money. Finding your freedom can be expensive. Maybe I should just give up anyway.
I don't have any extra.
Maybe you're right. I just need to find a few bucks. Thank you.
So, look, I don't have any regrets about spending my money because I never had 50 to begin with. And 50 is what it would have taken.
Hey man, want some advice?
Sure.
Don't try crossing over the mountain.
Why not?
I saw a guy fall from the peak one time. He screamed all the way down. And it's a long way down. Just don't go up there, man.
Alright. Sure. How are you gonna cross?
I was just thinking about that right now. Don't tell anybody, but I've got a gov pass. News like that gets out, and teams will be swarming me.
Your secret's safe with me. I'd like a gov pass.
Hey, see that door back there?
Yeah? Where'd it go?
Some kids say it leads to an abandoned tunnel. It's rumored you can cross by using it. But maybe it's just a trap. Something Tyrak uses to lure teens to their death.
That'd be sadistic.
If the shoe fits.
Alright. What do you have to say for yourself? Nothing? Alright. Hack into tunnels. Yes! I can hack. I don't know if forcing the door open would have caused a problem for me. Maybe cost me some stamina? I'm not sure. Authorized personnel only. Yeah. In accordance with recent rulings, the old tunnels will be closed and entrances demolished. If I had a flashlight, I could crawl in here, but I don't have a flashlight. Oh. Is that it then? Do I not have the ability to do this because I don't have a flashlight? Oh, wait, I can take... Oh! I now have a flashlight. Cool. That sure is one way I could go. Ooh, pick lock. Maybe this is a better way, or... Important. All explosives in storage should be disposed of and rapidly. Orders from the big man. Let's keep this. crackers. I wonder if the original bombing had something to do with the explosives in these tunnels. Okay, I guess this is mostly about getting that snack. I'll continue down this way. Creepy tunnel. Creepy, dusty tunnel. It's hard to see. Something at the end there.
I thought you were a guard. Please, don't shine that at me.
Who are you?
My wife and I came down here to cross. These are our boys. She went off to look for a way out when we got stuck. At one point, we heard gunshots. She never came back.
Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry.
I don't know what we're gonna do, and our food is almost out.
Here, take this.
Thank you.
Oh, man. All right. I hope I was helpful.
Good luck to you.
I don't know what difference that snack was going to make, but... Oh, great. Which way did your wife go? I would definitely ask this guy if he knows which way to go, but I guess... All right. Left? Hack. Oh. I don't know what this is going to do.
Open this door, kid! Open this door!
Oh, yikes.
Close the gate!
9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, I think I made it, but I'm not sure if it's going to tell me later that I failed.
Freedom. Nothing is more important, but there are many others in Petra still looking for it.
Election day. You know, I just realized maybe I was going to hear a story about a kid getting caught in a truck no matter what I did.
And their journeys have only just begun.
Like, maybe that's just a warning that they give you that it's dangerous to go in a truck. And maybe it was just a coincidence that I happened to have just gone in a truck when they said a kid got caught in a truck recently. Maybe those were disconnected and I really did escape both of those times. I like that explanation better than my assumption I was making before, that they were talking about me. Episode 2, The Hard Road, and we see Zoe getting caught. Do they always show what happened to Zoe in each of these episodes? So I'm pretty sure the previous one showed Zoe at the trailer park. In any case, so now I've unlocked cleverness, and I've unlocked hacking. So there's 3 more things to unlock. There's a lot more stories to uncover. But maybe this is actually a good place for me to stop, because I'd love to leave a lot of this undiscovered for other players to look into. So I think the big question that I had about this game going into it was, why do this as a procedural story? Like, because this game has got a very specific story to tell about each of these characters. And I can see there were some places where it felt like my hand was a little bit forced. Like, I felt like I had choices, but it might have been a little bit illusory. Which is fine. You're totally allowed to do that in a story like this. We've got places like that in State of Decay too, as well, where you can make a choice, but it's mostly just a self-expression, and then the same thing happens regardless. But I think the value of it is because you could imagine somebody could tell this exact same story by planning it all out, by saying each episode you meet these different combinations of characters and very specific things play out, and that is one way you could certainly tell a story. I think the value of it being procedural comes from the fact that I'm building up these resources. Like, there's a survival game going on at the same time, and if the entire game was just sort of plotted out very specifically, then the authors of the story would have a lot of control over what I'm capable of doing at any given time. They would know exactly when I can unlock certain skills, exactly when I have certain access to certain resources, and they would have to finely to make it challenging. They would have to finely tune it against that knowledge that they have about what I have access to. But because it's procedurally generated, they don't know exactly what order I'm going to encounter these things in, which means they can't plan ahead, and it makes the survival game much more of a game, and it feels much more like it's up to like that it's not up to the authors whether I succeed. It's up to me whether I succeed. So it puts the control in my hands. I think that's the reason why this is important for it to be procedural, and that's the reason why it works, and it's the reason why I'm really into this, and I fully intend to keep playing it. But I'm not going to stream any more of my sessions because I want people to be able to discover the rest of this story by themselves. None of our characters have come to a conclusion yet, aside from the protagonists who have gotten out. And so I want other people to have the chance to do this on their own. I don't want to spoil the whole thing. So this is a really cool game. I'm really, really glad that the folks who made this game put themselves out here to do something that's so weird and unusual. And I love the way it's coming together so far. The characters are hilarious. I mean, the whole thing is very surreal, but it's surreal in a really fun way that feels very, intentional and satirical. And I really like it. So this game is cool. I'm really glad it's here. And yeah. So anyway, if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can see more weird games that I play. So I try to do this all the time, find weird indie games that, not everyone has heard of. And this is one that, I think is worth people's time. So check it out.